Hello everybody, once again, welcome back to the Tabletop Spotlight presented by BoLS. I'm Ian from Dragon's Lair, and I'm here to show you the new games you can find this weekend at your friendly local gaming store. First up this week, we have the latest release from the Cthulhu Death May Die board game series, the Season 4 expansion. This new expansion takes you all over the world, from soaring high above the clouds in a zeppelin to the village of Dunwich, all the way to the sands of Egypt. The cultists get even more resourceful, getting ever closer to fulfilling their goal of unleashing an ancient old one into reality. Inside you'll find 6 new investigators and 6 new episodes to play through. Not only are you going to face new monsters in this set, but a new Elder One is ready to be unleashed upon the waking world. This set will come equipped with 28 highly detailed miniatures and all the other things you need to play the game. Now I should note this is an expansion, meaning you will need a core box of either Death May Die or Death May Die Fear the Unknown to play. This game's set up for 1 to 5 players and it'll take you about 90 to 120 minutes to play through. This is a game series I absolutely love. I picked up every release they've come out with. The minis are drop dead gorgeous, the game is fun, and it's a great time whether you're a fan of the Cthulhu mythos or someone who's just looking for some beautiful new miniatures to paint on display. Following the trend of the Cthulhu mythos this time around, we have the newest expansion for Arkham Horror the card game, the Innsmouth Conspiracy. Following the trend of Cthulhu this week, we have the latest release from the Arkham Horror card game, the Innsmouth Conspiracy Investigator expansion. Adding new content to the ever-growing Arkham Horror card game, this expansion adds 5 investigators to seek the unknown. All these were originally included in the Innsmouth Conspiracy cycle, but available here for the first time. Grant blessings as the nun, learn and practice various fields of study as a student, or shape the shadows as a spy. From the nun sister Mary to the magician Dexter Drake, each of these characters adds a new layer of play to this already massive game. Inside you're going to find 5 investigator cards, 5 mini cards, and 185 player cards, as well as the tokens and rules booklet you need to play. If you're already a fan of the Arkham Horror card game, this is just even more to love. And if you're a big fan of any of the products that got released in the Innsmouth cycle of releases, this is a great way to get all the player content in one easy-to-buy box. Next up this week, we have the latest release from the Pathfinder IP, Pathfinder Arena. In this game, you take on the role of one of 4 heroes who've gotten trapped in a mysterious dungeon, an area called Arena, that poses a challenge to your party. You must attempt to escape, and only by killing your compatriots are you able to do so. There is no other way out. It is either you or them. Only one can exit. Set in the Lost Omens campaign setting, you're aiming to gain glory points by defeating monsters or unleashing their wrath upon other players. The arena is unstable, however, meaning as time goes on, you are able to change and shape how it forms. Tiles rotate to reveal unexplored areas or trigger monsters' attacks against other heroes. There's also an element of drafting in this game in which you're able to get items and abilities to alter your player to meet however you want it to work. As someone who's been a longtime fan of the Paizo board game releases, this is another great hit from them. The way it turns the RPG formulas on its head, putting each player against each other, is a fantastic and thrilling adventure. And the level up mechanics make it even more fun to play through. Last up this week, we have the latest release from the Marvel Crisis Protocol game, Sunspot and Warlock, and Weapon X and Maverick. Continue down their path of releasing more and more X-Men characters into their ever-growing lineup. These are 2 fantastic additions to that line. The first set, Sunspot and Warlock, adds 2 rather obscure characters from the X-Men lineup, but are nonetheless exciting to see appear in this game. Meanwhile, the second release adds one of my favorite versions of one of my favorite characters in Weapon X. I am so excited to take him onto the tabletop, and Maverick is just extra bonus points for me. Each box will include 2 miniatures, as well as their bases, character stat cards, tactics cards, and a token sheet, giving you everything you need to run them in one box. I won't get too into the rules here, as we do already have an article up on the website going in depth with these minis, but rest assured they look even more beautiful in person. Overall, these are 2 very exciting releases for me. As someone who loves the X-Men, I love seeing the more obscure characters get representation, giving even more options towards list building. And including Weapon X into this is just icing on the cake for an already fantastic release. And once again, these were the games of the week. You can find all these at your local gaming store this weekend. I'm Ian from Dragon's Lair, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, y'all.